Okay, and we are live. Hello, people. Now, before we get started with any kind of coding, we have an OpenAI event that I kind of wanted to look into. I am not sure if you guys can hear me. Yeah, it should work now. We have a couple more minutes for this to get started. Okay. I'm just drafting a couple marketing emails on the side. The thing is, I'm not sure if I'm even allowed to show this to you guys, but I guess I don't have enough viewers for it to matter. So I built an email list, decent sized email list for a company I'm consulting for, and I was just working on a couple emails. So now I need to draft one for oh wait, I think the conference started. Let me pull that up. Hey Varun, what's up?
That makes it simpler to use, much more natural as well. But the big news today is that we are launching our new flagship model, and we are calling it GPT-4o. The special thing about GPT-4o is that it brings GPT-4 level intelligence to everyone, including our free users. We'll be showing some live demos today to show the full extent of the capabilities of our new model, and we'll be rolling them out iteratively over the next few weeks. All right, so let's get started. A very important part of our mission is to be able to make our advanced AI tools available to everyone for free. We think it's very, very important that people have an intuitive feel for what the technology can do. And so we really want to pair it with this broader understanding. And we're always finding ways to reduce that friction.
Yeah,
and recently we made ChatGPT available without the sign-up flow.
I think they just said
and
no
today,
new models
we're
because,
also bringing the desktop app to ChatGPT because we want you to be able to use it wherever you are. As you can see, it's easy, it's simple, it integrates very, very easily in your workflow. Along with it, we have also refreshed the UI. We know that these models get more and more complex, but we want the experience of interaction to actually become more natural, easy, and for you not to focus on the UI at all, but just focus on the collaboration with ChatGPT. And now the big news. Today, we are releasing our newest flagship model. This is GPT-4o.
Let's go.
GPT-4o provides GPT-4 level intelligence, but it is much faster and it improves on its
App integration is
capabilities
still rumored,
across
right?
text,
we
vision,
don't
and
know
audio.
if,
For the
that's a
past
thing
couple
yet.
of years, we've been very focused on improving the intelligence of these models,
Omni model.
and they've gotten pretty good. But this is the first time that we are really making a huge step forward when it comes to the ease of use. And this is incredibly important because we're looking at the future of interaction between ourselves and the machines. And we think that GPT-4o is really shifting that paradigm into the future of collaboration, where this interaction becomes much more natural and far, far easier. But you know,
Sounds like a
making this
Slack
happen is
integration
actually
for
quite
ChatGPT.
complex because when we interact with one another, there's a lot of stuff that we take for granted. You know, the ease of our dialogue when we interrupt one another, the background noises, the multiple voices in a conversation, or you know, understanding the tone of voice. All of these things are actually quite complex for these models. And until now, with voice mode, we had 3 models that come together to deliver this experience. We have transcription, intelligence,
My voice
and
is
then
really
text-to-speech.
low.
All comes together in orchestration to deliver
Let me
voice
check.
mode.
Maybe I'm just speaking.
This also brings a lot of latency to the experience, and it really breaks that
Does it
immersion
sound better
in
now?
the
'Cause
collaboration
the volume
with
is
ChatGPT.
already all the way up.
But
so-
now, with GPT-4o, this all happens natively. GPT-4o reasons across voice, text, and vision. And with these incredible efficiencies, it also allows us to bring the GPT-4 class intelligence to our free users. This is something that we've been trying to do for many, many months, and we're very, very excited to finally bring GPT-4o to all of our users. Today, we have 100 million people, more than 100 million in fact, they use ChatGPT to create, work, learn. And we have these advanced tools that are only available to our paid users, at least until now. With the efficiencies of 4o, we can bring these tools to everyone. So starting today, you can use GPTs in the GPT store. So far, we've had more than 1 million users create amazing experiences with GPTs. These are custom
anyone actually made
ChatGPTs for
money with
specific
GPTs?
use cases. They're available in the store. And now
I actually
our
built a
builders
couple,
have a much bigger
but
audience.
it was just too much
university
work. At
professors
least in
can
the
create
beginning, it
content
was
for their
very hard to
students,
market these.
or podcasters can create content for their listeners.
Because you were restricted to people who could only buy
And
GPT Plus.
you can also use Vision. So now you can upload screenshots, photos, documents containing both text and images, and you can start conversations with ChatGPT about all of this content. You can also use memory, where it makes ChatGPT far more useful and helpful because now it has a sense of continuity across all your conversations. And you can use Browse, where you can search for real-time information in your conversation, and advanced data analysis, where you can upload charts or any information and it will analyze this information, it will give you answers, and so on.
The company
Lastly,
uses
we've
GPTs.
also improved on the quality and speed in 50 different languages for ChatGPT. And this is very, very important because we want to be able to bring this experience to as many people out there as possible. So we're very, very excited to bring GPT-4o to all of our free users out there. And for the paid users, they will continue to have up to 5 times the capacity limits of our free users. But GPT-4o is not
Yo, why
only
don't you want to
available
hop
in
on a Discord
ChatGPT,
call?
we're also bringing it to the API. So our developers can start building today with GPT-4o and making amazing AI applications, deploying them at scale. 4o is
Basically an agent
available
for
at
RAGs, yeah, that
2x
makes
faster, 50% cheaper, and 5 times higher rate limits compared to GPT-4 Turbo.
Okay.
But, as we bring these technologies into the world, it's quite challenging to figure out how to do so in a way that's both useful and also safe. And GPT-4o presents new challenges for us when it comes to safety because we're dealing with real-time audio, real-time vision. And our team has been hard at work figuring out how to build in mitigations against misuse. We continue to work with different stakeholders out there from government, media, entertainment, all industries, red teamers,
I don't know if your audio is
civil
also audible on the
society
stream, but
to figure out how to best bring these technologies into the world. So over the next few weeks, we'll continue our iterative deployment to bring out all the capabilities to you. But today, I want to show you all these capabilities. So we'll do some live demos. I will bring on 2 of our research leads, Mark Chen and Berit Zov, to join me for the demo.
Hi, I'm Barrett. Hey, I'm Mark. So one of the key capabilities
wait,
we're
you wanna
really
share my
excited to
screen?
share with you today is real-time conversational speech. Let's just get a demo fired up.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I'm taking out a phone. If you are wondering about this wire, it's so we have consistent internet. And if you see, there's this little icon on the bottom right of the ChatGPT app.
I don't
This
know.
will open up
They said something
GPT-4o's
about
audio
voice.
capabilities. Hey, ChatGPT, I'm Mark. How are you?
Oh, Mark. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
Hey, so I'm on stage right now. I'm doing a live demo, and frankly, I'm feeling a little bit nervous. Can you help me calm my nerves a little bit?
Oh, you're doing a live demo right now? That's awesome. Just take a deep breath. And remember, you're the expert here.
I like that suggestion. Let me try a couple deep breaths. Can you give me feedback on my breaths? Okay, here I go.
Whoa, slow
Yeah.
down a bit there. Mark, you're not a vacuum cleaner. Breathe in for a count of 4.
Okay, let me try again. So I'm gonna breathe in
So
deeply.
you think this is going to replace Siri? Dude,
And then-
I can't see them working with...
For 4, and then exhale
because ChatGPT
slowly.
is essentially run by Microsoft.
Okay, I'll try again.
So-
Breathing in.
I can't see like
And breathe
Siri. I can't see Apple
That's it.
risking...
How do you feel?
I feel a lot better. Thank
Yeah,
you so much.
Siri for this.
So Mark, you've been working on these capabilities for a while now. Can you tell us a bit how it's different from voice mode?
Right. So if you've used our voice mode experience before, you'll notice a couple key differences. First, you can now interrupt the model. You don't have to wait for it to finish your turn before you can start speaking, and you can just butt in whenever you want. Second, the model is
Where's the
real-time
voice, Sam?
responsiveness. So that means that you don't have this awkward 2 to 3 second lag before you
Yeah.
wait for the model to give a response. And finally, the model picks up on emotion, right? When I was breathing super
I have
hard
set
there,
up- I have,
you could tell. And
Siri in the whole
hey,
room.
you might want to calm
not
down
Siri,
a little
sorry,
bit. You're
Alexa.
kind of running a little bit too fast.
Absolute
so,
trash.
it really has that capability across the board to perceive your emotion. Not only that, though, the model is able to generate voice in a variety of
God.
different emotive styles. And it really has
Alexa,
a wide
stop.
dynamic range. So I'm going to fire up another demo for that. Yeah. Hey, ChatGPT, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. How about you?
Pretty good.
What's up?
So my friend Barrett here, he's been having trouble sleeping lately. And I want you to tell him a bedtime story
Did you
about
see the
robots
rumor
and
that...
love.
Oh, Oh, a bedtime story about
they were
robots
working on
and
some
love? I
sex
got you
chatbots.
covered. Gather round, Barrett. Once upon a time, in a world not too different from ours, there was a robot named Byte. Byte was a curious robot,
I like
always
the way you
exploring.
started this story, but I want a little bit more emotion in your voice, a little bit more drama.
Got it. Let's add some drama. Once upon a time, in a world not too different from ours, there was a robot named Byte.
No, ChatGPT. I really want maximal emotion, like maximal expressiveness, much more than you were doing before.
Understood. Let's amplify the drama. Once upon a time, in a
Yeah, that's
world
actually damn
not
cool.
too different from ours, there was a robot named Byte. Byte
Actually, can
was
you do this in a robotic voice now?
When I was
initiating dramatic robotic voice.
slightly
Once upon a time, in a world not too different from ours, there was a robot named Byte. Byte was a curious
I'm not gonna
robot,
change that.
always exploring new
So I'm
circuits.
seeing Barrett here calm down a little bit. Can you end the story, but do it in a singing voice?
And so Byte found another robot friend, and they lived circuitly ever after.
Thank you so much.
I definitely feel a lot more relaxed.
You've just seen the voice capabilities, but we also want to show you the vision capabilities as the model can also see the whole world around us.
Yeah, absolutely. Like as you can see, you can chat with ChatGPT in real time, but you can also interact with it with video as well. Okay, so let me boot up ChatGPT. Hey, ChatGPT.
Hello there. How's it going?
It's going really well. Today, I'd really like your help solving a math problem.
I'm all ears. What math problem can I help you tackle today?
So I'm going to write
In the
down a
middle
linear
of this,
equation on a
they'll
sheet of
be like,
paper, and I'll
okay,
show
the
you.
rest of
And then I'd
this
love
is
your
just
help
for
working me
18
through
plus.
it. But importantly,
Like,
don't
the
tell me
room
the
just does
solution,
red,
just help give
does
me hints
red.
along the way.
Got it. Oh. Okay,
It'll
I
become
see
like a
it.
mini Sukumu.
No, I didn't show you yet. Just give me help along the way. 1 second.
Whoops. I got too excited. I'm ready when you are.
Yeah.
So, ChatGPT, what equation did I write down there?
Ah, I see it now. You wrote down 3x plus 1 equals 4.
Yep,
Let's work-
exactly. So what's the first step I should take to try to solve this?
The first step is to get all the terms with x
Wow,
on
it's
one
near
side
real-time. That's
and the
actually really
constants
cool.
on the other side. So what do you think we should do with that plus 1?
Okay, I'm gonna try to subtract 1 from both sides, and then I'll see what I get.
Great idea. Perfect. Now, what do you get when you subtract 1 from both sides?
Okay, so ChatGPT, this is what I ended up with. How does this look?
Spot on. Now you've isolated the term with x on one side, and it looks like 3x
They
equals
just kill
3.
the human.
What do you think we should do
pin
next
and-
to solve for x?
I'm not sure. Can you give me
This
another
is
hint?
like 100 times more useful. It's not even a
Of course.
competition.
You have 3x, and you want to find the value of x. Think about what operation would undo multiplication.
Is it subtraction?
Close, but think of the
Need for-
opposite of multiplication.
I don't know if you can
because
replace
3x
schooling
means
entirely
3
with,
times x.
an AI bot.
Okay, I think it's division. Let me try to divide both sides by 3, and let me see what I get.
Bingo! Go ahead and divide both sides by 3.
I think parts of studies can be done.
Okay, so ChatGPT, this is what I ended up with. How does this look?
It looks perfect. You've solved it, and x equals 1. Nicely done. How do you feel about solving linear equations now?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not pretty confident I can solve linear equations. But why would you ever need to use this in the real world? I'm really skeptical.
That's a fair question. Linear equations pop up in a lot of everyday situations, even if we don't realize it. For example, calculating
Yeah, it's already
expenses,
better than, like,
planning
90%
travel,
of teachers out
cooking,
there.
and even in business for profit and loss calculations. It's basically a way to solve problems, but you need to find an unknown value. Plus,
Wow,
it's
okay. You know, I have a lot of unknown values in my life. I'm totally convinced I'm gonna learn math now.
Yeah, this is
I love
this would
that
make for an
attitude.
amazing teacher.
Math can definitely
know.
help solve some of life's
I
mysteries.
don't know if
Whenever
you can
you're ready to
completely
dive
replace
into
a
more
teacher with
math,
this,
I'm
but
here for you.
it is something.
Anything else you'd like to tackle today?
So ChatGPT, I really love that you taught the value of math to my friend Mark. And I wrote one last thing I'd love if you could take a look at.
Of course. I'd love to see what you wrote. Show it to me whenever you're ready.
Okay, so this is what I wrote down. What do you see?
I see. I love ChatGPT. That's so sweet of you.
Yeah, well, I really appreciate all the help. So yeah, as we can see,
At least the reaction, yeah, the reactions also seem somewhat natural. It's not too awkward.
Wow, that's quite the outfit you've got on.
yeah, as we can
Love.
see, we can chat in real time to ChatGPT. And not only that, we can interact with it with video as well.
And I swear, like, if you look at Barrett's GPT history, it's all equations like this.
Now that you know you can do linear equations, can you
Yes.
show us something more complex?
I think so. Okay, next let's try something coding related. So let me take out a computer for this. Okay, so I'm gonna open the ChatGPT desktop app like Mira was talking about before. Okay, and to give a bit of background on what's going on, so here we have a computer, and on the screen we have some code, and then the ChatGPT voice app is on the right. So ChatGPT will be able to hear me, but it can't see anything on the screen. So I'm going to highlight the code, Command C it, and then that will send it to ChatGPT, and then I'm going to talk about the code to ChatGPT. Hey, ChatGPT.
Hey there. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going really well. I was wondering if you could help me with a coding problem today.
Of course. I'd love to help you out. What's the coding problem you're dealing
Browser
with?
extension?
Okay, I'm going to share with you some code. 1 second.
Sure thing. Take your time.
Okay, so I just shared some code with you. Could you give me a really brief one-sentence description of what's going on in the code?
This code fetches daily weather data for a specific location and time period, smooths the temperature data using a
response
rolling
looks
average,
almost real-time.
annotates a significant
This
weather
is-
event on the
I mean,
resulting
if this
plot,
is true, it's
and then
faster than
displays
the
the
actual
plot with
ChatGPT,
the
like
average,
you typing
minimum,
it out.
and maximum temperatures over the year.
Awesome, thanks so much. And in the code, there's this function foo. Can you describe to me what the plot would look like if I had versus didn't have this function?
Sure. The function foo xy takes in a data frame x containing temperature data and a window size y for calculating the rolling mean. It smooths the average temperature, minimum temperature, and maximum temperature columns by applying a rolling mean over the specified window. With the foo function, the plot would show smoother temperature lines because the rolling mean reduces the noise or fluctuations in the data.
Awesome.
This makes
Thanks so much. So yeah, I definitely will want to apply this function. And so I'm going to generate the plot and then show it to you. Give me 1 second.
Absolutely. Take your time. I'm excited to see the plot when you're ready.
Yeah. So far, ChatGPT has only been able to see the code. And now I'm going to run it, and then I'll use the vision capabilities of the ChatGPT desktop app so it can actually see everything going on the screen as well. Okay, ChatGPT.
Yeah, this is
I'm
really
sharing
fun.
with you the plot now. I'm wondering if you can give me a really brief one-sentence overview of what you see.
The plot displays
Yeah, apparently it's
smoothed
free.
average, minimum, and maximum temperatures throughout 2018, with a notable annotation marking a big rainfall event in late September.
Fantastic. I have another question for you. Which months do you see the hottest temperatures, and roughly what temperatures do those correspond to?
You can essentially
The hottest
talk to your
temperatures
computer
occur
now.
around July and August. The maximum temperature during these months is roughly between 25 degrees and 30 degrees, 77 degrees Fahrenheit to 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
What's going on with the y-axis? Is this in Celsius or Fahrenheit?
The y-axis is in Celsius. The temperatures are labeled accordingly, such as average temperature, minimum temperature, and maximum temperature.
Yeah. So as we can see, not only can ChatGPT help me solve very easy
Can I try this
linear
today?
algebra equations that I need help with, it can also interact with code bases and see the outputs of plots and everything like this going on a computer.
So a few minutes ago, we asked the live audience on X to submit a few requests for what they would like us to try out here. So I will take a couple of prompts. Okay, Bot Gaskar wants to know if GPT-4o is capable of real-time translation. Mark, you want to try this one?
Sure,
with
yeah,
it?
let's do it.
All right.
Yeah,
I speak
is there-
Italian, so we can
okay,
just
cool.
do English Italian.
Let's try to do English Italian. Sure, let's do it. Hey, ChatGPT, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. How about you? How's your day going?
I'm doing great. So I would like you to function as a translator. I have a friend here who only speaks Italian, and I only speak English. And every time you hear English, I want you to translate it to Italian. And if you hear Italian, I want you to translate it back to English. Is that good?
Perfetto.
Mark, io mi chiedo se le balene potessero parlare, cosa ci direbbero?
Mike, she wonders if whales could talk, what would they tell us?
They might ask, how do we solve linear equations?
Potrebbero chiederci come risolviamo le equazioni lineari.
Sicuramente sì.
Certainly, yes.
Great, looks like it works.
All right. So the next one is from Burrito John 78, who asks, can you tell what you're feeling just by looking at your face? Barrett, you want to give this one a try?
Absolutely, let's try it out. Hey, ChatGPT.
Hey there, what's up? How can I brighten your day today?
Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna show you a selfie of what I look like, and then I'd like you to try to see what emotions I'm feeling based on how I'm looking.
Sounds like a fun challenge. Go ahead and show me that selfie, and I'll put my emotional detective hat on.
Okay, so here's me. So what kind of emotions do you think I'm feeling?
It seems like I'm looking at a picture of a wooden surface.
Oh, you know what? That
what-
was the thing I sent you before. Don't worry, I'm not actually a table. Okay, so take another look.
That makes more sense. There we go. It looks like you're feeling pretty happy and cheerful, with a big smile and maybe even a touch of excitement. Whatever's going on, it seems like you're in a great mood. Care to share the source of those good vibes?
Yeah, no, the reason I'm in a really good mood is because we were doing a presentation showcasing how useful and amazing you are.
Oh, stop it. You're making me blush.
Amazing. Well, that's it for today on live demos. As you can see, this just feels so magical, and that's wonderful. But we also want to remove some of the mysticism from the technology and bring it to you so you can try it for yourself. So over the next few weeks, we'll be rolling out these capabilities to everyone. Today has been very much focused on the free users and the new modalities and new products, but we also care a lot about the next frontier. So soon we'll be updating you on our progress towards the next big thing. And before we wrap up, I just want to thank the incredible OpenAI team, and also thanks to Jensen and the NVIDIA team for bringing us the most advanced GPUs to make this demo possible today. And thank you all very, very much for being a part of this today.
It's over. That's cool. I want to try out the. Hello. Okay, let's get back to work then. So I was drafting a cold email. Okay, so I'm gonna start drafting a campaign. This is for. Actually, I'm gonna work on this later. I'm gonna do my own for now. So here's what we're gonna do.
Always want to lowercase it just to be sure. And then what else do we want to do? Well, props. We can, it's already going to have a mongoose model in the database. So it's going to know to back in our user actions, we can say await user dot.
Okay, so we go to
Find one and update. And I didn't even see it, but it automatically imported the user from /models / user.model. Now, how do we update? Well, this is going to take a couple of parameters. Let's try to see what each one does. The first one, we can pass an object of a specific ID. So we can say ID is going to be equal to user ID. And this user ID is going to come through props, or rather params to this function. So right here, we can accept a user ID of a type string. Once we find the user we want to update, we want to actually apply the updates. So that's going to go into the second object of this function right here, where we can say username is going to be equal to username dot to lowercase. We always want to lowercase it just to be sure. And then what else do we want to do? Well, we can provide all of the other fields. Of course, username itself is also going to come through params. So we can now put this into provide all of the other fields. Of course, username itself is also going to come through params. So we can now put this into multiple lines so it's easier to see. And we can also accept the username. Of course, we're going to also have the name, which is of a type string, the bio of a type string, the image as well of a type string, and finally the path of a type string.
yeah, you could just pass the user. I don't know.
The image as well of a type string, and finally the path of a type string.
But I guess this is the path we're gonna take. So, username string, name string, bio string, and path. Okay.
Now we can pass those values in.
Name username dot.
It's a database operation that
Okay, so by default the onboarded is true. Bio image. Okay, and then what is this upsert?
to a path of a type string. Now we can pass those values in. We have the username, the name, the bio, the image, and the onboarded status is going to be set to true. Finally, we have additional options, which is upsert of true. And if you hover over the upsert, it's not really going to provide you a lot of information, but a quick Google search is going to say that upsert
Combination of words, update and insert, and update an existing row if specified value already exists, or insert a new row if the specified value doesn't already exist. Okay, cool. So I guess now this is pretty cool. So I haven't used Mongoose in a while, but it essentially handles all the interfacing for us. Okay, nice.
simply means both updating and inserting. Okay, makes sense. So it's a database operation that will update an existing row if a specified value already exists, and insert a new row if the specified value does not exist. Pretty cool to know. Great. So this is it. And then we want to simply say if path is triple equal to /profile /edit, then we want to also call a revalidate path and then pass a path. So if you don't know what this one does, let's try to figure it out together.
Okay. I'm just going to type it out first. If I know what this does. I don't know. Wait, we got it. I guess you're updating the current path.
Revalidate path is a Next.js function that allows you to revalidate data associated with a specific path. This is useful for scenarios where you want to update your cache data without waiting for revalidation to expire. Pretty cool stuff. So if you're updating the profile, we can revalidate it. And all of this should have been in a try and catch.
So if you have like a cache profile picture all around your app, this essentially just updates all of that.
Block. So we do it in a try, and then in the
Wait, what?
your cache data without waiting for revalidation to expire. Pretty cool stuff. So if you're updating the profile, we can revalidate it. And all
Running update. So you're passing all these attributes. I still think this should be an object. I don't think this is a good idea.
this should have been in a try and catch block. So we do it in a try.
Okay, got it. So shouldn't the part where you're connecting to database as well be okay?
And then in the catch, we actually just throw a new error. So let's say throw new error. That's going to have a template string of failed to create update user. And we're going to console log the error dot message as well.
I'm just gonna see. Yes. E is of the type unknown.
Error is complaining because it doesn't know of which type is the error. So for now, we can say it's of a type E.
Can't you check the type? Okay. Cool. Okay, so now let me try doing something a little more interesting. What we're going to do is we're going to try setting up an email campaign. Wait. Actually, I'm just going to I'm going to pull up the YouTube stats on this. Yeah. Okay. So now our objective is, wow, I'm so used to I'm kind of on the edge because I don't know what I'm allowed to show on stream and what I'm not. Yeah, I think my own campaign should be fine, right? Okay. So now here's what we're gonna do. I have a couple emails that I can use for my email campaigns. So they seem to be doing quite well. They're all warmed up. So far, there's only like a couple that went into spam. So now our objective is to reach out to a few agencies and hopefully get them to sign on to whatever service I'm trying to provide. So now here's what I was thinking. So now the fundamental objective here is I want to try getting a few more clients for my consultancy, and we need to figure out what kind of offer we can make them that at least gets them to say a yes, or gets them to a yes rather. So um, so the first question we need to answer is, who are we targeting? So ideally, what I was thinking was maybe we could start off by targeting some kind of agency in the US, because that's also where a bit of my expertise lies. Um, I used to run an agency, so I can do marketing, I can do sales, I can do general structuring, I can craft an offer. So now what we're trying to do here is we're trying to figure out what combination of this would the person who we're targeting going to be the most interested in. So let's just take, I don't know, development agencies. So what problems do they face? It's usually getting more clients, getting the word out. I don't know, delivering on time. Actually, this is not something I can personally help with, but maybe I should just add it as another point. Getting paid more for the services. Now, let's think about how I can help. So here's what I can do. I will get clients through the door for you. I will handle all marketing and sales if required. I will craft a no-brainer offer so you get paid more per client and they find actual value. Plus, I would also target the right people. Yeah, so I think this is a decent combination of what we're trying to do. So now I actually use this software called Instantly for my email campaigns. Bro, what are you doing? So currently I am doing two different things. So on one hand, I'm trying to build a tech startup, which is a social platform called Town Square that helps you find communities in your city. And what I'm doing this is my consultation work. So consultation is basically what helps me pay my bills essentially. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to other agencies in the USA, and I'm going to get them a couple clients, and I take a percentage of every client that comes through the door. So for example, if each client is paying them $1,000, I charge 30% of that. So now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to reach out to these companies so they would hire me. I hope that made sense. So why is your name X, dude? Okay, so we have a general idea on what kind of problems these agencies may face. So now what we need to do is we need to address all the problems they face, make them a no-brainer offer, and see how this goes. Okay. I'm actually not too sure about development agencies because, like, I used to run a development agency and delivery is still kind of, iffy. So the problem is if I were to get a couple clients through the door and these agencies are not able to deliver, I don't make any money. I lose a lot of money actually since I'm taking on all the advertising costs. If they don't end up delivering and if the customer asks for a refund, I lose a lot of money. So I need to figure this niche out. I think agencies are good. Uh, Maybe we should just check it out. Okay, what are the most profitable agencies? What are the most profitable agencies in the USA? Okay, let me be a little more specific. What kind of agencies are the most profitable in the USA? Digital marketing, obviously, but that's kind of what I'm doing, so it doesn't make sense for me to reach out to other marketing agencies. Creative advertising, public relations, I have no idea. I have zero clue on. Can we, okay, what are the most profitable tech agencies in the USA? Maybe. Cloud computing, cybersecurity, digital transformation, software app development. This does have a lot of scope, but also it's also very risky, like I said. IT outsourcing, marketing technology, managed IT services. Okay, I mean, we might as well give it a shot, I guess. Let's see what kind of response we get. So now what we need to do is we need to craft an email. So the email. Dear, actually no one starts an email with dear anymore. First name. Okay. So let's one subject line that I found that really works is quick question, first name. Okay. So this just you kind of want to pick a subject line that piques their interest somewhat. So your first name. So now we need to come up with some kind of a question for tech agencies that would pique their interest. So if I am a tech agency, the most likely problem, and this is, I know this because I used to run a tech agency, was getting clients. I did not understand marketing for the longest time. We struggled a lot with this for the first year and a half. And I know for a fact that a lot of the agencies that a lot of the agency owners I know still face this problem. So because of course they're tech guys, they don't really understand how to run a company, and I was there. I used to be a tech guy, so I don't know. I'm not sure what kind of a hook would work here. Maybe I should craft the rest of the email. Let me pull up a template that I was working on. Maybe I have one of this. So I tried running a campaign for accounting companies and it didn't work. So we're gonna have a template here. Wait a minute. What the hell? Okay. Oh my god. I'm not sure what's happening here. Okay, let me just say this. I was wondering if you had room for a couple more clients. Actually, this is not bad. This might actually work. This is something that I'd come up with. Yeah, what the hell? Let's just. I'm not sure if just this is gonna work. Actually, let's do one thing. I'm just gonna make this the template and let's just edit this. Cheers. It's actually pretty good. I'm currently helping companies generate leads through cold outreach via email right now. Not only that, but I used to run an agency myself. So I don't know, is this too preachy? I'm not sure. I feel like this is the perfect email. Let me just maximize this so you guys can see. Yes. I feel like this is pretty good actually, but okay, let me just pull it up here. So what I'm gonna do is, first I'm gonna duplicate this campaign. I'm gonna name this tech agencies. V1? Yeah. Just refresh. Actually, I don't know how many leads my plan still supports. I hope we have enough. Oh, we can get 800 more credits. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now let's build a list of, so now what we need to do is we need to collect a few emails that we can reach out to. So we are definitely looking for, this is a random thing I was looking up because I was curious. It's apparently not that rare. What is I going to look out, search for? I am trying to reach out to tech agencies in the USA for lead via email. What filters would I use for instantly.ai's lead finder? The great thing is I don't have to even think about these things anymore. United States, information technology services, digital agency, tech agency. Okay. I am gonna put this on the side here. So location first, United States. Job titles, I won't choose a particular job title. Instead, I'm just gonna put C-level executives. Information technology. Information technology and services. Actually, why don't I just I can just use software and internet and then use tags to filter them. So what I can do is I can say something like web development agency, and it should give me a list of web development agencies here. So one thing I like to do is I actually like to validate these emails. Yeah, seems legit. And also I want to add number of employees. I generally find that these work. Wait, if you have 500 employees, how do you have these many CSEC C-level people working in your company. Okay. Let's see. It says L Bug Farm. I doubt this. Oh, this is a web design company. Okay. Cool. I guess this works. So now what we're gonna do is we are gonna plug in a few more titles. I think app development agency, digital agency. I don't think digital agency is gonna work. Software development. So what I'm gonna do is, okay, fuck, we have a lot. Here's the thing, I'm kind of iffy on companies like this because they have 3 co-founders. Are they from the same place? Yes, they are. How about we try just California? Let's see how that works. None? Really? Okay. Oh, I was searching for California City. Why can't I just pick California? There is a Boston in New York. Okay. It would be really nice if you could somehow. Why are there people from? Okay. Let me just pick a couple. Can use. Okay. Which regions in the USA have the highest demand for software development services? Washington, Seattle, California. Okay. Okay, what tags should I use to target these regions in the okay. Jesus, okay, I just need 5 tags. San Francisco Bay Area, I think this should work. The hell? Yep, I think this should be it. Okay, so we've brought it down to around 500 leads. I think this should be a good Vice software. Let's check some of these out just to make sure that they're a good match. Yeah, I think these are people I can definitely help. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I am going to pick 50 of these. Actually, first let me save this. This is for tech agencies in the USA. I'm going to pick 50 of these and I'm going to send them out and okay. I also happen to actually I think this is good enough. I feel like I would respond to this. I'll just run this and see what happens, I guess. Let's see. Set this at, I don't know, 20. I don't know how old my emails are. Let's see. Okay, this one. See, you can send quite a few. You can do 50. Let's try 40 since we have 40 leads and see how it does. Probably use I'm just going to make sure that, okay. I think this looks pretty good actually. Okay, okay, let's run this and see what happens. And we are good to go. Let's set this insert thing. Okay, yeah, cool. I just want to see what the response rate is like, if I'm able to get a decent open rate, because if you look at my accountant's campaign, I'm getting 8, which is atrocious. I need to be at least hitting 40 to 50%. And I know it's not my like I've run ad campaigns with emails worse than this, way worse than this, and I've hit that number. So it's most likely has something to do with the lead finder that instantly comes with. Oh shit, I forgot about this. Just set this to 50. Can I? Yes, 50. Yes. Yeah, I think we should be fine. Bob's Creatives. This one has been active for 14 days. Even this should be good to go actually. Why don't we try design agencies as well? I feel, can we target them with this? And I'm guessing I'm only using one email here. Yes, I am. Okay. Need to make another lead list. No? UI UX? No. What tags won't I target UI UX designers in the USA? Okay. Design, computer software. Oh, you're right. We have a technology filter. And of course, they don't have Figma. Okay. Keywords. User interface. User experience. UX. Yeah. Let's check these out. I have a very really these guys have worked with Google. Product designs, company digital software, UI UX. Okay, I mean I guess this works. Let's see. Let's take 50 of these. I'm just gonna double check this. Seems fine. I think I was using this. Yep. Okay, this looks good. This is clearly not doing very well. Oh wait, maybe it is. Okay. Just gonna set this to 50. and this to 50 as well. Yep. And this should be good to go. Let's see. I'm going to review the results tomorrow. Now I can check up on another campaign that I'm running. So what I need to do for this is change this. Nice. So we set up, this is for one of my clients. We're setting up a campaign for him as well. This looks good. And we're getting a 50% open rate. I think this is perfect. Okay, cool. Now I think we can get back to coding. Anubhav, I'm a web developer. Oh, cool. What do you code on?
Great. And this is our function to update the user. And let me question. Did you remember the line number that we have to get back to on the front end side right now that the backend is done? I believe it was 77. So believe it or not, that was it. At least we have created the first action model and connection to Mongoose. And
Actually, I'm not fully sure about this. I'm just going to go through it once again from the top. So we have Mongoose, which connects to our backend at Atlas. So let's check query. We we first check if we first establish a connection. If it's connected, then we log it here. That's it. Then we create a model. There is a schema here, but where is it being called? I'm guessing here, yes. So we call here, we call the schema, we find one and update. But then where do we make the call to the backend, I wonder? Maybe we haven't gotten to that part yet.
B. So going back to components, forms, and then account profile, I was right. Update user profile, line 77.
Yep.
So now
This is-
here
this is the
we have
part
to
where
call
connect to the backend.
await update user. And this update user is coming from add/lib/actions/user.actions. And what do we need to pass to it? Well, we need to pass values.username, values.name, values.bio, values.profile photo, user.id, and path name. And this path name, of course, come values.profile photo, user.id, and path name. And this
You
path name,
ideally shouldn't do this. You should probably make a user object and pass that around, because in the future, let's say we add another attribute to the user, right? What you'll have to do is you'll have to go to every single place where this is referenced in the code base, and you'll have to change it. So
has to come from next user.id and path name.
okay, so this is an account profile. No, where is this? It's called the onSubmit function. Got it. Cool. So it's here. This needs to come from. Did not update. What? It's update user, right? No, it's not. It's here. Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna try importing it. This is in actions user.actions.here. Yes. It's not exported. Wait, what? Let me just check the original code. Okay. I'm just missing the export keyword here. That's what's. I don't even think I need to do this anymore. I can just say update user and it should work. Cool. Now username. What is values? Okay, it's being passed from the form.
And this path name, of course, has to come from Next.js. And we can get the path name because this is a use client. So we can simply import right here a use path name as well as a use router. And that is coming from next/navigation. We can utilize that hook right here. Const router is equal to use router as well as const path.
Okay. And Does not exist type string. What? Maybe I just do this. Yep.
Is equal to use path name without any braces, just like so. And now we have access to the path name as well, so we know whether we're updating or not. Now, please allow me to point your attention to one thing. Well, I guess that's why I'm here, to point your attention to all of the things, but this one in particular. So if we open up the update user, and if we put it side by side, you can notice that we're passing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 params into this function. And we're here passing 6 params as well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But keep in mind that they might not be in the same order. So here we're passing the username as the first one, the name bio as the second one, and here the username is the second one, and the name is third one, and the user ID is the first one, which is the second to last one right here. So if we were to proceed with this, all of our database values would be completely mixed up, and it simply wouldn't even work because we would be passing username as the user ID, and it will not be able to find a specific user by ID, right? So how do we solve this? Well, of course, we could rearrange it so that the values are actually in the right order, but still, you could make a mistake later on, right? Here's a little pro tip that I learned while developing these larger applications. If you simply put everything inside of an object and pass that one object as the one and only parameter, you're going to make your life so much easier because then you don't have to make sure that you're passing it in the right way or in the right order. Here, it prompts you to specify the names of your keys, and then you can give them the values. So now we can pass the user ID, username, name, bio, image, and all that good stuff, and we can simply assign them specific values. For example, username is values at username, is values image to specify the names of your keys, specific values. For example, username is
I'm gonna paste this here. Username. Does this work? No?
username, name is values that name, bio is
this is the profile photo. Okay. User ID. And this should just be path name. Okay.
bio, and I think you get the point, right? Image is going to be profile photo.
So it's just path.
And path is going to be path name, and then the user ID, I believe, is a user ID. So now,
Let me just make sure this is the same. So it's user ID, user name, name, bio, profile, photo, or just image. Okay.
all these values, we're still calling the same function, but it's complaining. It's expected 6 arguments, but got 1. So now we simply have to wrap this right here.
Yeah, I got it. User.action this. So we make this. Yep.
In an object, which means that we're essentially just destructuring the first parameter that we are given. And we can remove these types of declarations from here and just put it like this. Now it's going to complain because it doesn't know.
Man, I think it's Alt. I forgot how to do this in. You hold. Oh, nice. Okay. So we can do this. Yes. Cool.
These values are. So to solve that, we can say of a type, we can say props, or rather params in this case. And then we can define the params, which is going to get all of these values. So user ID is a string.
I'm pretty sure image is not string, but okay. Cool.
Name is a string, name is a string, bio is a string, image is a string, and path is a string as well. The user ID is actually going to be the user.id because it's coming from clerk, and we have to add comma to end this as well. Now we have no more errors, but what we have achieved is pretty cool. We made our applications less error prone. Why? because now we're passing one object, and what we're doing here is we're just destructuring the values from that object. And a cool thing now is that we can pass them in any order that we want. We can also mix and match here. Doesn't matter in which order they are, because we're going to pass the entire object, and then we can simply destructure the individual properties from there by name. Great. I hope you understand why this makes our code less error-prone, because we're much less likely to make a mistake here. And also by using TypeScript, we're going to know exactly that they're missing one field that we have to pass. It's going to say immediately missing one field. Pretty cool thing. Once again, if you like these little tips, there's going to be so much more of them in the Next.js course we're creating. My team and I are really pouring our hearts and soul into creating that and making it the best Next.js ebook and the Next.js course out there. So if you're loving this video that we're leaving for free, you're going to love what you're going to see in there. But with that said, let's proceed. We now have our update user. We're calling that update user with the account profile. And what do we do after we update it? Well, we can redirect. We can say if path name is triple equal to profile / edit. In that case, we can just do router.back to go to the previous page after editing. But in this, we can say else simply router.push to the /. So we want to go from the onboarding to /. And of course, let's fix it. Link here. And I believe we should to the /. So we want to go from onboarding to
I guess we haven't built the edit part yet, but okay, router.back, and then yep. Okay.
And of course, let's fix the spelling here. And I believe we should be good. We can now actually take all of the values from the onboarding and pass them over to the user creation later on. What we can do is we can go to the update user, and we can simply console log the output, because I'm just wondering what it's going to be to see that the user has indeed been created. Or we'll be able to see it within the database as well immediately. So let me reload this page on the onboarding, just to ensure everything is good. Even though we have a great...
Interesting. So the find one and update should... Let me just go through this one more time. So we have Mongoose, which is a way of structuring our database. So first we connect to our MongoDB instance. Then we check if we have a URL, we check if we are already connected. If we are connected, then connect to DB. Probably kind of calling it here, I'm guessing. Yes, we do. We have a custom model which defines what kind of data is stored within this. And then in this function, we are checking if this already exists, and if it does, we update it on our backend. It's pretty cool that we can just do that using Mongoose. So
photo here, I will update it to ensure that the upload photo works as well. So I'm going to go to downloads and put this JS Mastery Pro logo right here. The name can be Adrian at JS Mastery.
okay, we have a new error that we need to solve. Okay, wait, let me just try solving this. Just go to chat. How can I fix this? Oh, okay. That makes sense, but I'm pretty sure he did the same thing in the...
The username can 1. So now, so that the value, as it doesn't know which types these values are. So to solve that, the individual properties bring our hearts and souls to see. Spelling here. And I believe we should be good. We can now actually take all of the values from the onboarding.
Check out account profile. Is this one? Okay. Um. Oh, we have one viewer. Is it Anubhav by any chance? Use router. It does seem to be okay. Weird. Let's just try going to localhost 3000. See if. Okay, so the error is restricted to the onboarding page, but ensure the component is part of a route. Use router used in a component. Pretty sure we are, aren't we? Or account profile. Let me see if the code is in the same place. It is. Weird. The cool thing is I can just feed the entire code and I can just say, why am I getting this error? Okay. The error doesn't matter. Okay. App. Okay. Inside of a use effect hook. I did use client here, right? Yeah, I did. Not sure why this broke. I think it's the same. Wait, maybe I put it in the wrong place. Forms. Threads, components, forms, account profile. Yep, it is. It is this that's causing the error, but the code seems to be the same to me. I am not sure why this is not working. This just requires too much brain power for me, and I'm kind of tired. So, must be missing something really obvious here. This is the boring part of the stream because I can't figure out what's wrong. Button title, okay. Title fields. Oh, okay. Wait, maybe this should work. Let me try one thing. Let me try signing out. You should be here. Okay. Sign up. Then how are your legs? I'm not using them, so it's fine. We were redirected to the wrong page. Okay. What just happened? Why is it redirecting me to a sign-in page? What are you working on? I'm working on the web version of Town Square. I mean, this is just a hobby project for now. I don't intend on making money from this yet. but I just want to get good at web development, so I'm building this. This sign-in path is right. This is... the project is too complicated for me to... Whoa, okay. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try this with a different account. No, wait. My account already exists, so I'm going to sign up with... When are you losing the beard? Probably next week. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm clearly not gonna fix this today. I'm too tired. I'm just gonna end the stream, go get some sleep. Once I get to the AI part of this, this is gonna get way more complicated. Yes, I could do this.